Mic check 1 2. All right, we're here live from Dehennis High School for district softball action between the Knippa Lady Crushers and your Dehennis Cowgirls. I'd like to say thank you to all of our sponsors: Summit Landscape and Design, Medina Electric Co-op, Primo's Processing, Main Street Mercantile, and Cowboy Pest Control Services. As we are getting a late start here, as we had some technical difficulties. Cowgirls went out on the field first, went 3 and out, and now they're coming up to bat to start the bottom of the first. Leading off the inning for the Cowgirls will be the shortstop, number 1, Alicia Garcia, followed by Ryan Majors, Peyton Burrow, Jessa Frosch, Cammie Johnson, Cooper Zachary, Ashton Ralph, Peyton Beard, and Emilia Hitzfelder. And pitching on the mound for the Lady Crushers is number 11, Gonzalez. And leading the inning off for the Cowgirls is the shortstop, number 1, Alicia Garcia. Gonzalez with the pitch. Just a bit inside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Garcia. Ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on Garcia. With Gonzalez in the circle for the Lady Crushers. Wide up in the pitch is high for ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes on Garcia, leadoff batter for the Cowgirls. The pitch inside for ball 4. So Garcia will draw the walk and make her way towards first. And up next is number 13, Ryan Majors. So Garcia on first, Ryan Majors at the plate. Gonzalez with the pitch in the dirt for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Majors. Once again, Alicia Garcia on first, who drew the walk. The pitch high for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch. Majors hits it, goes up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, who steps on the bag at second for the force out. So Garcia will be out, and Majors will be safe at first. And up next is the pitcher, number 8, Peyton Burrow. Gonzalez with the pitch. Low and inside for ball one. And Major is going to be safe at second on the steal. So 1 ball and no strikes on Burrow. Major's on second. The pitch. Hit, fielded by Gonzalez at the pitcher, who fires it over to first for out number 2. And Majors will advance to third. And up next is the center fielder, number 12, Jessa Frosch. Gonzalez with the pitch. Low and outside for ball one. So 1 ball and no strikes on Frosch. Majors on third. The pitch. Nice hard hit down the first base side. Stopped by the first baseman. So the step on the bag for out number 3 as we head to the top of the second. Scoreless. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Hennis High School District softball action. Knippa Lady Crushers versus your the Hennis Cowgirls. And up next to bat is number 4, Gomez. First pitch from Burrows, swing and a miss for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Gomez. Burrow with the pitch, inside for ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Gomez. Peyton Burrow getting a start in the circle. Millie hits fielder behind the plate. The pitch. Swung and fouled out of play. Brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And in the infield for your Cowgirls, Ryan Majors at third base. Alicia Garcia at shortstop. Cammie Johnson at second base. And at first base, Peyton Beard in the outfield from left to right. Cooper Zachary, Jessa Frosch, and Ashton Ralph. The pitch, high and outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Gomez. The pitch, Gomez swings and pops it up to center field. And the catch is made for out number 1 by Frosch. And up next is number 8, Salinas. So Peyton Burrow in the circle for the Cowgirls. Salinas now at the plate for the Lady Crushers. The pitch, swung on and fouled back. So no balls and 1 strike on Salinas. The pitch from Burrow. Nice hard hit deep to left, fielded by Zachary, who fires it in to Johnson at second. So Salinas gets on base with the single. And up next is number 3, Packer. The pitch from Burrow in there for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Packer with Salinas on first. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top of the second. We're scoreless. Packer at the plate. Salinas on first. The pitch, high for ball 1. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch, swung and fouled back out of play. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter. With the runner on first for the Lady Crushers. The pitch from Burrow, inside for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Packer. The pitch, low and inside for ball 3. And the runner's going to advance to second. So Salinas is now on second. Packer at the plate with full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. The pitch, ball 4. So the Lady Crushers now have runners on first and second. And up next is number 5, Esquivel. The pitch, inside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on the batter with runners on first and second for the Lady Crushers. The pitch gets by the catcher, and the runners are going to advance to second and third. So it's going to be now 2 balls and no strikes on Esquivel. The pitch from Burrow, swing and a miss for strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter. Lady Crushers with runners on second and third. The pitch, hit, and it's going to land in foul near the Cowgirl dugout. It's going to bring the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Esquivel. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3, and out number 2. And the runners get advanced to home, play at the plate, and his fielder holds on to the ball. And the play at the plate, she's out at home. Nice collision at the plate. As we head to the bottom of the second, scoreless. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back.
There's power in the simplest of actions. Like one neighbor helping another. Where everybody looks out for everybody else. Community is everything to your electric cooperative, and we're grateful for your trust to provide the energy you need, giving you the power to power on.
Medina Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Primo Processing, located in Hondo, Texas, strives to find the finest, best prime meats and wild game available in the market. We care for all of our customers and maintain the strictest quality standard. Food brings us all together, and we want everyone to experience this feeling of togetherness over our delicious food. Come by our store or order online and have your food delivered straight to your door. We're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Located on Highway 90 on County Road 432 in Hondo, Texas, we pride ourselves in great customer service. We offer quality prime beef, Wagyu beef, fajitas, parisa, year-round wild game processing, guaranteed return of your meat, ranch pickup service, and gift baskets here at Primo Processing in Hondo, Texas.
We like to describe Main Street Mercantile as a little piece of heaven with a wild streak. We started with the dream to bring a fabulous and unique gift selection to our small town and rural community. We have trendy clothing, home decor, accessories, and so much more. We are a destination worth a trip. Just ask anybody who's been here. Located on Highway 90 just outside of Hondo, stop in today to your new favorite store.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live from Dehennis High School. Bottom of the second, we're scoreless. Remaining on the mound in the circle for the Lady Crushers is Gonzalez. And leading the inning off for the Cowgirls is the second baseman, number 2, Cammie Johnson. First pitch from Gonzalez coming up. Pitch high for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Johnson. The pitch high for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on Cammie Johnson. Pitch. Caught the inside corner for strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Johnson. With Gonzalez in the circle for the Lady Crushers. The pitch. High and outside for ball 4, so Johnson's going to draw the walk and make her way towards first. And up next is the left fielder, number 10, Cooper Zachary. Zachary squares around, shows bunt, pulls back. Johnson making her way towards second. And ball's going to make the way into outfield. And Johnson's going to hold up at third base. So Cammie Johnson standing on third. Cooper Zachary with no balls and 1 strike. The pitch from Gonzalez. High for ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Zachary. Once again, Cammie Johnson on third for the Cowgirls. The pitch high for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Zachary. The pitch. Low for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Cooper Zachary. Pitch, ball 4. So the Cowgirls will now have runners on the corners on first and third. And up next is the right fielder, Ashton Ralph. With Johnson on third, Zachary on first. The pitch. And the catcher fakes the throw to second. And 1 ball and no strikes on Ralph, with Zachary advancing to second on the steal. The pitch from Gonzalez, high for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on Ralph, with Johnson on third, Zachary on second. Ashton Ralph at the plate for the Cowgirls. Pitch, low for ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes on Ralph. The pitch, high for ball 4. It's going to load up the bases for the Cowgirls. So Johnson, Zachary, and Ralph are on the bases. And now coming to the plate is the first baseman, number 27, Peyton Beard. As the catcher goes out to speak to her pitcher, Gonzalez. I'd like to say thank you to all of our sponsors: Summit Landscape and Design, Medina Electric Co-op, Primos Processing, Main Street Mercantile, and Cowboy Pest Control Services. I'd like to thank you everybody for tuning in here live on the Hennis Athletics on Facebook and also on YouTube. Bases loaded for Peyton Beard. Once again, Johnson, Zachary, and Ralph on the bases. The pitch from Gonzalez. In there for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Beard. The pitch outside for ball 1. One ball and 1 strike on Beard. The pitch, high for ball 2. So 2-1 count. Bases loaded with no outs here in the bottom of the second. The pitch, high and outside for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch in the dirt for ball 4. So Johnson will come in and score on the walk. Bases will remain loaded. Zachary on third, Ralph on second, Beard on first. And now coming to the plate is the catcher, number 3, Emilia Hitzfelder. Gonzalez with the pitch, high and inside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Hitzfelder. The pitch, high for ball 2. Two balls and no strikes on Hitzfelder. The pitch in the dirt for ball 3. Zachary, Ralph, and Beard on the bases. hits fielder at the plate. 3 balls and no strikes. The pitch in the dirt for ball 4. So Zachary will come in and score. Ralph will move over to third. Beard is second. Hits fielder at first. And checking in the courtesy run for immediately hits fielder at first base is Ellie Lutz. Now we're back to the top of the lineup with the shortstop, number 1, Alicia Garcia, now coming to the plate. Cowgirls have drawn back-to-back walks and have scored 2 runs here in the bottom of the second. And now the bases remain loaded for Alicia Garcia with Ralph, Beard, and Lutz on the bases. The pitch from Gonzalez, high for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Garcia. The pitch, high for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on Garcia. Bases loaded. The pitch in the dirt for ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes on the batter. Bases loaded. No outs. Pitch just missed, low for ball 4. So Ashton Ralph will come in and score. And coach from Knippa is going to come out and speak to her pitcher. I'd like to say thank you to all of our sponsors once again: Summit Landscape and Design, Medina Electric Co-op, Primo's Processing, Main Street Mercantile, and Cowboy Pest Control Services. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in here live on the Hennis Athletics on Facebook and also on YouTube this afternoon. Cowgirls have scored 3 runs on back-to-back walks by Gonzalez. And when play resumes, coming up to the plate will be the third baseman, Ryan Majors. So Peyton Beard, Ellie Lutz, and Alicia Garcia on the bases for the Cowgirls. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the second. The Hennis 3, Knippa 0. And once again, Ryan Majors at the plate. Gonzalez is high, gets by the catcher. So 1 ball and no strikes on Majors. The pitch from Gonzalez, low and outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on Brian Majors. Peyton Beard, Ellie Lutz, Alicia Garcia on the bases for the Cowgirls. The pitch outside for ball 3. The pitch in there for strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Majors. The base is loaded. The pitch In there for strike 2. So full count on Majors. Beard, Lutz, and got to see on the bases. The pitch high for ball 4. And Beard will come in and score on the walk. Lutz will advance to third. Got to see on a second. Majors on first. And now coming to the plate is the pitcher, number 8, Peyton Burrell. The pitch from Gonzalez. Low for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Burrell. The pitch. Burrell swings and it's going to go foul. Count is now 1 ball and 1 strike on Burrell. Once again with the bases loaded with Ellie Lutz on third, Alicia Garcia on second, Ryan Majors on first, Peyton Burrell at the plate for the Cowgirls. The pitch from Gonzalez. Burrell swings and hits it foul. Brings up 1 ball and 2 strikes now. The pitch. Burrell sends it to center field. Lutz will come in and score. Got to see how making her way. Majors rounding to third. And Burrell will have an RBI single as she brings in 2 runs for the Cowgirls. And the Cowgirls with runners on the corners with Majors at third, Burrell on first. And now coming to the plate is the center fielder, number 12, Jessa Frosch. Gonzalez with the pitch. Outside for ball 1, and Burrell's going to make her way towards second. So 1 ball and no strikes on Frosch. And checking into courtesy run for Peyton Burrell at second is Kiera Gutierrez. So Majors on third, Gutierrez on second. Jessa Frosch at the plate for the Cowgirls. Cowgirls have scored 6 runs here in the bottom of the second, drawing multiple walks. So 1 ball and no strikes on Frosch. The pitch. Low for ball 2. Pitch from Gonzalez. In there for strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Frosch smacks it to second. Fires it over to first for out number 1. And Frosch brings in Ryan Majors. And the Cowgirls now lead 7-0. The second baseman, number 2, Cammie Johnson, now coming to the plate. With Gutierrez on third for the Cowgirls. The pitch. Johnson lays down a bunt down the third base line, and it's going to roll foul. So it's going to bring the count to no balls and 1 strike on Johnson. Once again, Kiera Gutierrez on third for the Cowgirls. Gonzalez with the pitch. High for ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Johnson. pitch in the dirt for ball 2. The pitch low for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Cammie Johnson with Gutierrez on third. With 1 out here in the bottom of the second, Cowgirls lead 7-0. The pitch high for ball 4. So Johnson will make her way towards first with runners now in the corners for the Cowgirls. And up next is the left fielder, number 10, Cooper Zachary. She was in a turn around and square around the bunt. But Johnson advances to second on the steal. So runners on second and third. Zachary at the plate. The pitch low for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on Zachary. Runners on second and third for the Cowgirls. Pitch from Gonzalez, high for ball 3. The pitch, ball 4. So the Cowgirls will load up the bases once again. Gutierrez on third, Johnson on second, Zachary now on first. And now coming to the plate is the right fielder, number 4, Ashton Ralph. Gonzalez with the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Ashton Ralph. Pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Ralph. Gutierrez, Johnson, and Zachary on the bases for the Cowgirls. The pitch, high for ball 1. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter. Pitch in there for strike 3 and out number 2. And up next is the first baseman, number 27, Peyton Beard. The pitch from Gonzalez is high for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Beard. The pitch high for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. The base is loaded for Peyton Beard. The pitch in there for strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. The pitch from Gonzalez low in the dirt for ball 3. The pitch high for ball 4. So on the walk, Gutierrez will come in and score. And Beard will advance to first. So Johnson on third, Zachary on second, Beard on first. And now coming to the plate is the catcher, number 3, Emilia Hitzfelder. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. So no balls and one strike on Hitzfelder. The pitch. Hitzfelder hits it off her foot. It's going to go foul. So no balls and two strikes on the batter with the bases loaded for the Cowgirls. The pitch. Hitzfelder swings, pops it up to the second baseman, and the catch is made for out number 3 as we head to the top of the third. Cowgirls leave 3 runners stranded but bring 8 runs across. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back. Cowboy Pest Control Services. With over 18 years experience in the pest control industry, Dale Zare with Cowboy Pest Control Services has seen and solved every insect issue that you may be facing. From ants, roaches to spiders and scorpions, Dale has solved them all. And when termites are found, Dale can deal with them also. Call or text 830-931-5542 and talk to Dale about any insect-related problem you may be having. And he will get to work fixing it fast and at a fair price. Also, if you need a wood-destroying insect report for the sale of property, he does that too. Best of luck to the Cowboys and Cowgirls from Cowboy Pest Control Services.
There's power in the simplest of actions, like one neighbor helping another, where everybody looks out for everybody else. Community is everything to your electric cooperative, and we're grateful for your trust to provide the energy you need, giving you the power to power on.
Medina Electric Cooperative is a touchstone energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
All right, we're back as we were unplugged. So 3 balls and 1 strike on the batter. So ball 4. And up next is number 7, Rab. With Suarez on first for the Lady Crushers. First pitch is in there for strike 1. And Suarez gets back in time. The pitch, high and outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Rab. The pitch, check swing, fielded by Burrow, who tosses it to Beard at first for out number 1. And Suarez will advance to second. And now we're back to the top of the lineup for the Lady Crushers, with the shortstop number 14, Suarez, now coming to the plate. First pitch in there for strike one. So no balls and one strike on Suarez. The pitch high for ball one. So one ball and one strike. The runner on second. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike two. One ball and two strikes on Suarez. The pitch, just in there for strike three and out number two. And up next is number 9, Salinas. With Suarez on second. Swing and a miss for strike one. So no balls and one strike on Salinas. The pitch from Burrell. Swung and fouled, out of play. Count is now no balls and two strikes on the batter. So no balls and two strikes on Salinas. Runner on second for the Lady Crushers. The pitch. Nice hard hit deep to center. Fielded by Frosch. Frosch fires it home. Play at the plate. And Suarez will be safe at home. And Salinas will trade places with her and is now on second. And up next is the pitcher number 11, Gonzalez. Pitch from Burrell. Swing and a miss for strike one. Inside for ball one. Ball and two strikes on the batter. The pitcher, Gonzalez. High and outside for ball two. The pitch from Burrell. Gonzalez hits it deep to left. And at the fence, hits the top of the fence. And the Lady Crushers will have runners on second and third. As the ball was hit deep to left field and off the top of the fence. And up next, number 4, Gomez. Swung, foul, out of play as the wind brought it back in and it drops in foul. no balls and one strike on Gomez, with runners on second and third. Pitch. Nice deep hit to center field off the top of the fence. And 2 runs will come in and score for the Lady Crushers. An RBI double for Gomez. And up next is number 8, Salinas. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Salinas. And Gomez is on second. The pitch. Chopped foul into the Cowgirl dugout. Brings the count to no balls and 2 strikes. Just inside for ball 1. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on Salinas. The pitch. Chopped foul down the third baseline. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Lady Crushers have scored 3 runs here. The pitch. High and outside for ball 2. So deuces across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Cowgirls lead 8-3. With number 8, Salinas, at the plate for the Lady Crushers. The pitch. Cut the inside corner for strike 3. So Lady Crushers leave 1 runner stranded, but bring 3 runs across. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back.
There's power in the simplest of actions. Like one neighbor helping another, where everybody looks out for everybody else. Community is everything to your electric cooperative, and we're grateful for your trust to provide the energy you need, giving you the power to power on.
Medina Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
We like to describe Main Street Mercantile as a little piece of heaven with a wild streak. We started with the dream to bring a fabulous and unique gift selection to our small town and rural community. We have trendy clothing, home decor, accessories, and so much more. We are a destination worth a trip. Just ask anybody who's been here. Located on Highway 90 just outside of Hondo, stop in today to your new favorite store.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live from Dehennis High School. Cowgirls lead the Lady Crushers 8-3 as we get ready to start the bottom of the third. And leading the inning off for the Cowgirls is the shortstop, number 1, Alicia Garcia. On Garcia. Low for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on Alicia Garcia. So 3 balls and no strikes now on the batter. Pitch from Gonzalez is high for ball 4, so Garcia will make her way towards first on the walk, and up next is the third baseman, number 13, Ryan Majors. With Garcia on first, Majors at the plate. The pitch hit to the first base side, bobbled by the first baseman, and Majors will be safe at first, and Garcia will advance to third. So runners on the corners for the Cowgirls, and up next is the pitcher, number 8, Peyton Burrow. So Garcia on third, Majors on first, Burrow at the plate. The pitch from Gonzalez, high for ball 1, and Majors will advance to second on the steal to second. So 1 ball and no strikes on Burrow, with runners on second and third for the Cowgirls, with no outs here in the bottom of the third. The pitch, Burrow swings and chops it foul into the Cowgirl dugout. So it's going to bring up 1 ball and 1 strike on Burrow. The pitch from Gonzalez, low for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Garcia on third, Majors on second. The pitch, high for ball 4, so Burrow will draw the walk, make her way towards first, loads up the bases for the Cowgirls, and up next is the center fielder, number 12, Jessa Frosch. First pitch from Gonzalez is in there for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Frosch with the bases loaded. Garcia, Majors, Burrow on the bases. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. Strikes. The pitch in the dirt for ball 1. And Frosch smacks it to second base. Fielded by the second baseman, who fires it over to first for out number 1. And got to see how we'll come in and score. So RBI for Jessa Frosch. And up next is the second baseman, number 2, Cammie Johnson. Once again with Ryan Majors on third, Peyton Burrow on second. The pitch high for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Johnson. Ball 2. So 2-0 count on Cammie Johnson. The pitch high for ball 3. Three balls and no strikes. Ball 4, and Johnson will make her way towards first and load up the bases for the Cowgirls. Majors, Burrow, Johnson on the bases for the left fielder, number 10, Cooper Zachary. The pitch high for ball 1.
Be ready, outfield.
So 1 ball and no strikes on Zachary. The pitch low for ball 2. The pitch in there for strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Zachary. Majors, Burrow, and Johnson on the bases. The pitch low for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Zachary, with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. The pitch, ball 4, and Majors will come in and score on the walk. So Burrow advances to 3rd, Johnson to 2nd, Zachary on 1st, and now coming to the plate is the right fielder, number 4, Ashton Ralph. The pitch from Gonzalez, inside and high for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Ralph. The pitch high for ball 2.
Go, Knippa.
The pitch in the dirt for ball 3. Pitch in there for strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Ralph, with the bases loaded. The pitch in there for strike 2. So full count on Ralph, Burrow, Johnson, and Zachary on the bases for the Cowgirls, with 1 out. Pitch, Ralph swings and pops it up, and it's going to drop foul near the Lady Crusher dugout. So full count on Ralph. Gonzalez in the circle for the Lady Crushers. Ashton Ralph at the plate for the Cowgirls, with Burl, Johnson, and Zachary on the bases. The pitch, high for ball 4. So Burrow will come in and score on the walk. And now coming to the plate is the first baseman, number 27, Peyton Beard. First pitch from Gonzalez. Beard swings, fielded by the shortstop, fires it over to third for out number 2 for the force out. So Ralph on second, Beard on first. And a run comes in to score for the Cowgirls with Amelia Hitzfelder at the plate. The pitch, high for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Hitzfelder with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Runners on first and second. The pitch, high for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch, low and inside for ball 3. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Hitzfelder. Ralph on second, Beard on first. The pitch, Hitzfelder swings and pops it up to left field. And the catch is dropped. So Ralph will come in to score. Beard is making her way in to score. So 2 runs come in off the hit by Amelia Hitzfelder. And up next is the shortstop, number 1, Alicia Garcia. And 00 Ellie Lutz checks in to courtesy run for Hitzfelder at second. So Gonzalez in the circle for Knippa. Alicia Garcia at the plate for the Cowgirls with Lutz on second. The pitch, low for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Garcia with Ellie Lutz on second. Pitch, Garcia swings and chops it foul down the third base line. Makes the count 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch in there for strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on Garcia with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. The pitch, Garcia hits it, fielded by the shortstop who fires it over to first, and Garcia is going to be safe. And Lutz making her way towards home, and she's going to be safe as well. And Garcia stands on second. And up next is the third baseman, number 13, Ryan Majors. Got to see on second. Ryan Majors at the plate. The pitch from Gonzalez. High for ball one. So 1 ball and no strikes on Majors. The pitch in the dirt for ball two. Second. The pitch in there for strike one. Gonzalez with the pitch. In there for strike two, so full count on Ryan Majors. The windup in the pitch in the dirt for ball four, so Majors will make her way towards first. And up next is the pitcher, number 8, Peyton Burrow. Pitch is high for ball one. And got to see how we'll advance to third. Majors to second. So 1 ball and no strikes on Burrow. Pitch low for ball two. So 2 balls and no strikes on Burrow. We've got to see on third. Majors on second. The pitch outside for ball three. So 3 balls and no strikes on Burrow. Pitch high for ball four. So Burrow will make her way towards first on the walk. Loads up the bases for the Cowgirls. Got to see on third. Majors on second. Burrow on first. And now coming to the plate is the center fielder, number 12, Jessa Frosch. The pitch from Gonzalez. In there for strike one. So no balls and 1 strike on Frosch. Low for ball one. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Frosch. Once again, got to see Majors and Burrow on the bases for the Cowgirls. The pitch high for ball two. Frosch hits it deep to right. And off the top of the fence, Garcia, Majors, and Burrow will be sent in. And Frosch will advance to third. Three runs in. By Jessa Frosch. And that'll be the ball game. It's a 15-run rule. Cowgirls win 18-3 over the Knippa Lady Crushers. I'd like to say thank you to all of our sponsors: Summit Landscape and Design, Medina Electric Co-op, Primo's Processing, Main Street Mercantile, and Cowboy Pest Control Services. So till next time, good night and God bless.